Happy Sunday, co-creators, and welcome to another edition of Teena Sessions, 365 inspirational quotes with me, your life coach, Teena Jones, where we're at day number 43, and I'm so happy and delighted that you guys chose to spend this time with me. Whether you're new or you're one of my loyal viewers, thank you, thank you, thank you for carving out time each day to spend with me on this journey. Well, I'm going to kick off today with a wonderful quote by one of my favorite rap artists, Tupac. And he says, reality is wrong. Dreams are for real. And I couldn't agree more. We're going to talk about dream interpretation today. Dreams are the way God speaks to you. I am a firm believer in that. I believe that messages that the universe has for us comes through our dreams. The point is trying to decipher those dreams. That becomes a problem for some people. So I'm going to give you some tips that I use that really, once you start using these tips with your dreams, you're going to see and start encoding these messages for yourself. All right, so the first step is get yourself a journal. It's very important that you have a dream journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. It could be just a regular notebook. This is my dream journal. It's a book that I've had forever, and I buy them over and over. When it fills up, I go get another one. And so as soon as you wake up in the morning, you jot down your dreams. Everything that you can remember. Because when you wake up, it's still fresh in your mind. So that's why it's so important that you don't wait till you get up, take a shower, drink your coffee, drive to work, then sit at your desk and go, now what did I dream something? I can't remember what it was. And because a lot has happened between getting up and then going to work. So if you can spend about 5 minutes once you wake up, jot down every little detail that you can remember. You can decipher it later on, but jot down some of the main components of the dream right away. If you saw a certain color, if you saw certain people, if you know those people, if you saw a car, most importantly, how you felt in the dream. That's going to be the kicker. How did you feel? Were you afraid? Were you happy? Were you excited? Were you full of joy? Those key feelings are very important. That's kind of going to be the thing that shapes the dream. We kind of know what direction to kind of go into. So write down, keep a journal by your nightstand, and then jot down your dreams when you wake up. Just key components, okay? And then the next step, I like this. I'm going to give you one little thing that I do but this is only once you have time. Okay, you cannot do this if you are, getting ready to go do something that morning, whether it's go to work, go to church, you have something to do right away as soon as you wake up. This is not the time to decode your dream. Just write down the key things. But identify reoccurring dreams. That's another key thing. If you keep having this pattern, like a series of the same dream, it's trying to tell you something. One of the things I do is I get a piece of paper, my journal, and I write this is when you have time now. Keep this in mind, when you have the time. If I had to create a title for my dream, what would it be entitled? So think of a movie, think of a book, and think of your dream as that movie or as that book or even a song. What would you name it? What would you call it? And your subconscious mind will help you. So if you go, okay, I've written all these things down. I wrote down how I felt in the dream. Now, if I had to put a title to this thing, what would I call it? So I'm going to use the dream I had last night as an example. Okay. So I wrote down in my journal, and actually I kind of wrote it down on a piece of paper here just so it could be easier for me to show you. I dreamed I was at an amusement park. And I saw this ride, and this ride wasn't just a sit-up ride. It was like a lounge. And you could fit many people in there, like a husband, wife, kids, all could be in this one ride. And in the dream, I remember saying, oh, I want to do that. Like, oh my God, like I want to ride that. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not the roller coaster, high kind of rides. That's not me. And in this dimension, I do not like rides. I like low ground rides. I'm not the risk taker. I'm not the adventure seeker. I don't do things like that. So, but in my dream world, I see this riot and I wasn't afraid. I was like, I want to do that. It seemed fun to me. So that's what I wrote down. I wrote that it seemed fun to me. Now, this is key too. Oh, I get this question a lot about dream books. I really don't like the dream dictionaries. Let me tell you why. When you have your dream, it's specifically for you. Okay? The dream dictionary is very general. When the universe is trying to tell you something, it knows the language that you speak. Now, sometimes it'll give you something outlandish, like some people have outlandish, some throwed off kind of a dream. That the only reason why you would get that is to get your attention. Because if it was the same mundane kind of dream, you might would just chalk it up as just a dream. But if it comes off as, you are jumping up and down on a trampoline and then you're in Paris, that's going to get your attention. So sometimes your subconscious mind does that so that you can remember the dream. Okay, so keep that in mind. The more outlandish it is, the more it's trying to get your attention. So keep that in mind. And so continuing on deciphering my dream, I wrote down amusement park. I wrote down, I want to do that. It seemed fun. And so my title that I gave is, I want to do that. I want to do that. That's the title that I gave it. And then I listed the people that were in my dream. It was just me and Carl in the dream. And we both wanted to ride and we got on the ride. And it was fun and it was exciting. So I'm still decoding it because I had the dream this morning, but that kind of gives you an idea. Another point that I want to make, the reason why it's so important that only you can decipher it, is that, like, say for instance, you dreamed of the color blue. Okay, so this would be how you would decipher. You write down blue. And then you would say, name 3 things when you think of the color blue. Well, for me, I think of the sky, I think of a baby boy, and I think of the blues. Those are the 3 things that came to my mind. But the same 3 things are not going to come to your mind. So that's the whole idea, is that when I dream the color blue and you dream the color blue, it's going to have different meanings. So that's why it's important that you decipher it for yourself. You can't ask anyone. If you ask me, Teena, what do you think this dream means? I'm going to come through the lenses of me. So it's important that you learn how to decode your dreams because they are meant for you. Okay. So even if you see a baby in your dream, if I see a baby in my dream, I'm thinking new beginnings, fresh starts, giving birth, and then once you write down 3 different associations to that one symbol, then intuitively you kind of feel, which way should I go? I mean, which one is it? Which one do I feel a pull to? And that just comes with practice. Okay. So those are some of the steps. The next step in your dreams is consider all the elements of the dream. Even the ones that just seem insignificant, think about it. I had a dream, I still remember this dream. This was years ago. My best friend Carmen was in my dream and my car wasn't working. And it hadn't been working in a while. And I had a dream that she was up under my hood fixing my car. So, and then it cranked and I was happy. So I woke up and I said, my car is going to start today. My car is going to start working today. I didn't know how, and I knew not to pick up the phone and call Carmen. I knew that because she's not a mechanic. She don't know anything about cars. But so you see the symbolism. So then I just waited. Okay, so that's more of a prophetic dream. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But about an hour after I woke up, my ex-husband had called me and said, I was there picking up our son, and I noticed your car. Is it not working? It's in that same spot. And I said, yeah, I'm having some problems. It's so expensive, I can't get it fixed. He said, oh, you should have told me. Me and Drea come over and fix it, which is his brother. And I said, oh, okay. And I thought, oh my God, I knew my car would start. So sure enough, he picked him up, brought him over. They worked on my car and it fixed. So I went back to my dream journal and I said, but why it just didn't show me, my ex-husband and his brother? Why Carmen? Then I thought of her name, Carmen. Oh my God. You see the genius behind your subconscious mind? Oh my God. I just remember screaming like, okay, I get it. Take her name, Carmen, Carmen. And I said, it was her name. So really pay attention to the elements, you guys. It's so important. It's there for a reason. It's not an accident. When the universe put things in your dreams, it all has a purpose. Okay. So write down everything. Do not discount anything. All right. And then the next one is remember you're the expert and you can, the most mundane things, which is already discussed that. Some of the most common mundane things that you normally would say, oh, that didn't mean anything. No, write it down. Once you learn to do and decipher your dreams and decode them, oh my God, the messages are just so, you can't, I mean, it's just for you. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. The advice you may have about your love life, the advice you may have about money, it all comes in your dreams. Now, prophetic dreams are, many of you probably are familiar with them, is that you have a dream and then it happens in your reality. Most of the time, that same day. I've had prophetic dreams to where it took a while for me to see it. But most of the time, if I have a dream about it, um, I wake up and that day is going to happen. You know, I've had so many, I just can't even, get into it. But that is more once you get used to dreaming more. That's what I found because I've not always been able to have prophetic dreams. It probably started for me, I would say in 2007. My intuition kicked in to a whole nother degree, like no other. And my dreams just turned into, technicolor 3D. I mean, it really got just vivid, rich. My imagination, my subconscious mind was just all over the place. So, that comes with time. But if you begin to do this today, just get a dream journal. It can be any little regular notebook. Keep it beside your bed and start jotting down your dreams. There are jewels in your dreams. God is trying to tell you something. All right? So are you listening? You are now. You're going to start now, right? All right. I hope you guys enjoyed dream interpretation. Remember what I said, once you write it down and you start deciphering, start going down the list of the title and then break down each element of what they mean to you. And then before you know it, you got the message of what the universe is trying to tell you. Does that sound good? All right. We're doing good with time. It's time for the guided meditation. So let me give you the affirmation and then we're going to do the meditation. The affirmation of the day is, I am listening closely to what God is trying to tell me. Is that all right? I am listening closely to what God is trying to tell me. All right. Thank you so much once again for tuning in to another edition of Teena Sessions. Go ahead and get prepared for the guided meditation. If you need to put your headphones on, dim the lights, change rooms, go ahead and do that while I set the music and we will get started. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, and let go. As you have your eyes closed, know that the words that I say to you, that I'm speaking directly to you. And feel free to relax your mind, your body, and your spirit. Okay? Once again, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Release and let go. Everything is working out so beautifully for me. I'm always in the right place at the right time. It feels so good to know that God is on my side. The universe and the angels are rooting for me. And it feels so good to know that I'm not alone. That all of my good now belongs to me. And I'm so happy and delighted with how my life is unfolding. God is so good to me. Thank you for my perfect health, my perfect wealth, my perfect abundance in every area of my life. Things are looking up for me. Everything is smoothing itself out. I'm learning to take nice deep breaths right from my diaphragm and just release and blow out any worries or stress and allow myself to go back to peace. I am at peace and all is truly well with me. And so it is. Thank you all. Good night.